Get locked in and stay locked in. This is the LJeh Show.
And you ain't black. And you ain't black.
Don't start talking like a Republican.
What's up, everybody? This is LJ Johnson right here on the LJ Show. This is the LJ Show. Thank you for joining me. Monday, March the 3rd, Monday night, Monday evening. So we're here at the KLRJ studios. Thank you, KLRJ, for letting us use your studio for the LJ Show. The email is the LJShow@gmail.com. That is the LJShow@gmail.com. Leave me a message on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Leave me a message there. Follow me at the LJ Show. Man, we got a lot happening. The Thunder's playing tonight, and I really need them to win. I need them to keep winning. Look, there's a Lakers fan that I know that he's just so annoying. You know who you are. If you're listening, you're annoying. He's so annoying. More annoying than Cowboys fans. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm here to tell you that we can be annoying. We can definitely be annoying, but nobody is more annoying than Los Angeles Lakers fans. Nobody's more annoying than Los Angeles Lakers fans. It's not even it's not even close. Not even close. So I need the Thunder to win tonight. Who else do we need to win? We need the OU basketball team to win. Now, if you know me, I went to the University of Oklahoma, and I'm always rooting for my Sooners. I need them to win. I need them to win. Okay? Yeah, I need them to win. I definitely need the basketball team. Okay, the baseball team is doing good. The women's basketball team is doing good. Gymnastics is doing good. God dang it, can we get the men's basketball team to win some games? They got to win their last two in order to make it to the tournament. If you haven't listened to the LJ Show, you can download the LJ Show on all your podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeart Radio. Catch the live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Going to be on Rumble starting probably Wednesday, okay? Starting Wednesday, going to be on Rumble. And if there's any other platforms that you would like the LJ Show to be on, let me know. Send us an email at the LJShow@gmail.com. Victimhood is running amok in the black community. Victimhood is running amok in the world, in America. Why is that? What has happened? I believe it's a lack of male leadership and the society not wanting to adhere to male leadership. Okay? I'm going to play some videos later and I'm going to show some couple like clips and read some articles about it later. But I think that there's a lack of male leadership, lack of real male leadership. For instance, when God in Genesis said, Adam, where are you? He asked him that because, Adam, I put you in charge to be a leader. And Eve ate the apple. She gave it to you. You allowed her to give it to you. Now the punishment is about to come. And he asked Adam about it first because he put him in charge as the leader. There's not enough male leadership in America today, in my opinion. There's not enough male leadership. We need more real male leadership. Now, when I look at TV, I constantly see them always portraying a black man as a transgender or a gay black man. Always. That's why Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, what they did to their son, well, Dwayne Wade's son, that's not Gabrielle's son, that's her stepson. What they did to his son is celebrated in the black community and the LGBTQ community. It's celebrated. That's because in our society, when you watch TV, when you get on social media, mainly on TV, commercials, TV shows, you constantly see the black man being portrayed as gay, as homosexual, transgender, bisexual, or just confused all the way around. Not making the good decisions, not being accountable, not being responsible, just not being a good servant of God. Not being a good servant at all. And the victimhood is in him as well. I remember when I used to love watching This Is Us. Randall, he was in therapy. He was in therapy and he had to get out of therapy because his therapist was white and he wanted a black therapist because he felt that the white therapist didn't relate to what he was talking about. Did not relate to what he was talking about. That's an example of what you see on TV when it comes to a black man. I go to therapy once a week. And I suffer from PTSD from going to Afghanistan. If you know me, you know I'm a veteran. I suffer from PTSD. Now, I go and see a therapist once a month. It's a white woman. I don't think twice about it. I just show up to the therapy session and I go there so I can get everything off my chest. Just about life in general. It's healthy. It's healthy. But it does not matter to me what race my therapist is. It doesn't matter to me at all what race my therapist is. Now, here's some good news that I found concerning Christianity in the population in the United States. Survey shows U.S. Christian population leveling off after declining for years. Young adults are less religious than their elders. Now, when you see that, the world doesn't know the actual real term of religion, what religious is. Religion is what killed Jesus. The law, legalism. That's religion. You have to do this in order to do this. You have to do this. You have to you have to sit here. You have to touch this. You have to do all of these sacraments, actions, and you got to put on this robe, blah, blah, blah. That is religion. That's legalism. Okay? The rapid rise of religiously unaffiliated, this is so-called nuns, has also reached at least a temporary plateau. According to Pew, approximately 29% of U.S. adults identify as religiously unaffiliated, including these who are atheists, agnostic, or nothing in particular. It's striking to observe this recent period of stability in American religion after that long period of decline. Ladies and gentlemen, this would be what you would call the President Trump effect. The President Trump effect. How partisan politics intertwines with religious identity, the long-term decline of U.S. Christianity and rise of the nuns has occurred across traditions, gender, race, ethnicity, education, and region. So let's get into the topics here today. Once again, the email is the LJshow@gmail.com, the LJshow@gmail.com. Today we're going to talk about the President Trump versus Vance. If you have not, versus Zelensky. President Trump, Vice President Trump versus President Zelensky. If you have not heard about that, you have been living under a rock, or you just don't watch social media, you don't listen to people talk, and I commend you for that. You may be more peaceful. You might have more peace than everybody else. But it has been in the news. President Trump, Vice President Vance, and Zelensky had it out, had a little spat. Not all three together. Like it was Vance, Trump versus Zelensky. And I'm going to go over that first. But first, what I want to do, I want to go over actress known as KJ Smith. Actress known as KJ Smith. She's on one of Tyler Perry's shows called Sisters. I believe she's played in some other things. She's played in some other things as well. She recently said that she recently said that black people need to move to Africa. Yes, this is the thing that she said. Black people need to move to Africa. And I'm just trying to figure out, how to, what does this help? I don't know what this helps. Oh, okay. I don't know what that comes from. And I'm gonna play this video. Let me get it ready. I'm gonna play this video where she. Thank you for joining the live stream. If you just now joining, the live stream and the podcast, two different things. Now you'll get the raw and uncut version of the LJeh show right here. You'll get me loading the videos and until I get a producer in here, because I know how to produce and engineer myself. I do it full time as an entrepreneur for podcast clients. So you're gonna get the raw and uncut version of the LJeh show. But when you download the podcast from Apple Podcasts and Spotify, you'll get an edited version. So let me load this video. I thought I had it loaded already.
You wish.
Okay. Yeah, let me load this video. Yeah, but she said that black people should move back to Africa. Now, my initial response to that is, why do you want us to move back to the place that's the people that sold us in America in the first place? Now, I'm just using woke jargon. I'm trying to see, what's the nuance of it.
You wish was talked about more within our community. Understanding our roots, I think it's really important. I think we're not trapped here with the political that's going on in the United States of America. We are not trapped here. There are places that we can go. There are countries that are receiving us back, citizenship back, and I think with open arms, and I think that it's time for the black community as a whole to start looking into those reasons that you wish was talked about more within our community. Understanding our roots.
Okay, so whoever's the interviewer is asking her, what do you wish was talked about more in the black community? What do you wish that was talked about more? Like, what do you wish that black people, black Americans should be having conversations more about? More, okay, in the black community. This is the question that was asked to her.
I think it's really important. I think we're not trapped here. With the political climate that's going on in the United States of America, we are not trapped here. There are places that we can go. There are countries that are receiving us back, citizenship back, and I think with open arms, and I think that it's time for the black community as a whole to start looking into those reasons you wish was talked about more within our community. Understanding our roots, I think it's really important. I think we're not trapped here. With the political climate that's going on in the United States of America, we are not trapped here. There are places that we can go. There are countries that are receiving us back, citizenship back, and I think with open arms, and I think that it's time for the black community as a whole to start looking into those reasons that you wish was talked about more within our community. Understanding our roots, I think it's really important. I think we're not trapped here.
My question is,
with the political climate that's going on in the United States of America, we are not trapped here. There are places that we can go. There are countries that are receiving us back, citizenship back, and I think with open arms, and I think that it's time for the black community as a whole to start looking into those reasons you wish was talked about more within our community. Understanding our roots, I think it's really important. I think we're not trapped here. With the political climate that's going on in the United States of America, we are not trapped here. There are places that we can go. There are countries that are receiving us back, citizenship back, and I think with open arms, and I think that it's time for the black community as a whole to start looking into those reasons you wish was talked about more within our community. Understanding our roots, I think it's really important. I think we're not trapped here. With the political climate that's going on in the United States of America, we are not trapped here. There are places that we can go. There are countries that are receiving us back, citizenship back, and I think with open arms, and I think that it's time for the black community as a whole to start looking into those
have you had a
reasons
conversation
was talked
with
about
Africa?
more within our community.
So my question
Understanding our
to you is,
roots, I
have
think
you
it's
ever had
really
a
important. I think
real
we're not trapped
conversation
here.
with Africa?
With the political climate that's
Somebody
going on
that's
in the
from
United
Africa.
States of America, we are not
Okay.
trapped here. There are places
Once
that
you
we
had a
can go.
conversation,
There
how was it-
there
did you
are
actually feel like they
countries that
wanted
are
to understand you, like
receiving
they
us
wanted to
back,
actually know you?
citizenship back. And I think
Did
with
it-
open
did it
arms,
feel
and
like
I
that?
think that it's time for the black
No, really,
community
like,
as a
actually,
whole to start
you've been
looking
honest
into
with
those
yourself,
reasons
you
that you wish was talked about
Because
more
they don't
within our
like us.
community. Understanding our
I hate
roots,
to be like that.
I
That's-
think
it
it's
is
really
what- it is
important.
what
I
it
think
is.
we're
They
not
think we're
trapped
lazy.
here. With the
They think we're
political
no
climate
good.
that's going on in the
They think we're
United States of
irresponsible.
America, we are not
Wow.
trapped here. There are places that
They
we
think
can go.
we don't appreciate
There
America.
are countries that are receiving us back,
see stuff like
citizenship back. And I think with open arms, and I think that it's time for the black community
appreciation
as a whole to
I
start
know a lot
looking
of black
into those
men,
reasons that you
black
wish
women
was talked
that are
about more within
responsible,
our community.
accountable,
Understanding our
good
roots,
fathers,
I
good
think it's
mothers,
really important. I
go to
think
work.
we're not trapped here.
I know a lot of
With the
black
political
people.
climate that's going on in the
But
United States of America,
we're 13%
we are not
of the
trapped here.
population.
There are places that we can
That's a small
go.
percentage.
There are
That's a very small
countries
percentage.
that are receiving us back,
Now,
citizenship back. And I
let me
think
go
with open
to
arms, and I
Washington.
think that it's time for the black
go.
community as a whole to start looking into those reasons
far
you
as
wish
what you
was talked
said.
about more within our community. Understanding our roots, I think it's really important. I think we're not trapped here. With the political climate that's going on in the United States of America, we are not trapped here. There are places that we can go. There are countries that are receiving us back,
she said,
citizenship back. And I think with open
What else do
arms,
you
and
want
I
to
think
talk
that it's time for the black community as a whole to start looking into those reasons that you wish was talked about more within our community. Understanding our roots, I think it's really important. I think we're not trapped here. With the political climate that's going on in the United States of America, we are not trapped here. There are places that we can go. There are countries that are receiving us back, citizenship.
I'm gonna put up the UCR statistics. If you don't know what the UCR is, you need to like do some research on it. So I'm a criminologist. Okay, I'm a criminologist. I got my degree in criminology. I love looking at crime stats. Right? And let me try to enlarge this for you guys to see it. More preferably on the right side of the screen. Okay. Now, black people. Now she was asked, what conversation do you want black people to have more? Now, how important is dying? How important is murder? How important is people harming people? How important is that? It's super important. So if you're gonna have now I could have pulled out anything because the black American population is at the bottom of almost everything. Okay. But I believe murder is crime. Okay. I believe crime is the most important thing. It's kind of important, right? So check this out. This is the 2019 Crime in the United States statistics from the FBI UCR report. You can Google this. You can Google this. All right. Hold on. One thing I want to say about the video we just watched. I very much doubt that husband or boyfriend, whatever he is, that he actually fully agrees with her on what she was saying. I very much doubt that guy's in cahoots. Like, I very much doubt it. Okay. Let's see. Murder. Black or African American. Okay, so total crimes is more along the lines of the population. The Black Americans were 13% of the population. We're 13% of the population. We keep staying there because we keep aborting our babies and doing this. Aborting the babies and doing this. That's why we keep staying there. Okay. Do you see white? Okay. White Americans, and this is all race, this is all ages. Okay. This is all ages. This is all crimes at the top. This is 2019. 4,729,290. 4,729,290. Okay. Black or African American, 1,815,144. Total crimes. When you go to the murder and manslaughter, 4,078. And over here to the white population, 3,650. Asian, American Indian, Alaska Native, 125. 125 murders of manslaughters were reported and recorded in 2019 by Native Americans, people. By Native Americans or Alaska Native. I think they putting them together. Asians, 83. 83. Now, you guys can Google these numbers. It is, I'll show you again. It is a crime in the United States, 2019. UCR, Uniform Crime Report. Uniform Crime Report. Why am I showing you this? Because this is something else to talk about that actually helps us. You don't think talking about crime is important? She got the money to move to Africa. She ain't moving to Africa. She gonna stay here and do Tyler Perry stuff, do Tyler Perry shows, do some more shows, because living in America is better for you. It's for all of us here. Everybody in the world. Living in America is the best thing. And these people ain't going nowhere. They're not going nowhere. But this is something to talk about. This is something to talk about. Now, when you go to RAPE, white Americans lead in that. When you go to robbery, 29,667 compared to 25,143. A lot of you listening and watching upset because I'm bringing this up. Well, that's just has stuff to do where they live. That just has something to do with this. That just has something to do with that. It's everybody else's fault. It is everybody else's fault.
Don't start talking like a Republican.
I'm not. I'm just being honest. It's everybody else's fault.
You better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Well, I mean, look, we got to take responsibility, right? And when it comes to having conversations, these type of conversations we need to have. Why is this happening? Now, I'm going to bring Hood Price on Wednesday, my brother from Washington, D.C. He does a lot of street ministry. He does a lot of work in the streets, talking to young men, young thugs, what they call themselves, the thugs, gang members. I'm going to be talking to him about this and this economic, what do you call it? Economic blackout. Was that what they said? Economic blackout? Were they protesting on certain days, not buying stuff? Black Lives Matters on Facebook keeps posting the Target and Walmart and Costco stock. Like, yes, it's working. It ain't working. We 13% of the population. We are 13% of the population. The 92% is not going to make Walmart or Target fall apart and their business collapse and they shut down. The 92% is not going to do that. What am I talking about? 92% of black women that voted for Kamala Harris. Okay, I'll move on. Okay, move on to this. Actually. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Move on to Miss Leandra Johnson. Oh, Lord. Leandra. So what she did, and I thought I had it downloaded right here. Yeah, I got it right here. You know what? I believe that we should all give each other some level of grace, right? There should be some level of grace amongst the people. Okay, when it comes to like people messing up and, falling short of the glory of God, sinning, and, especially when it comes to like public sin and somebody just needs some help. They just need somebody to be by their side and just pray for them. You know, we should all give everybody a level, a strong level of grace, in my opinion. Also in God's opinion. Right? Okay, so I'm trying to stop saying I'm trying to stop doing that. I listened to the show last week and I said it too many times. Just check the score of the Thunder game. Okay. They're up by 1 o'clock. They're up by 1 o'clock. They're up by one. They're up by one against the Houston Rockets. Okay. LJeh Johnson she's addressing her critics. So what happened? LJeh Johnson got pulled up. She is a gospel artist. Pretty good. I used to listen to all her songs. Not all of her songs, like 5 or 6 that I really, really loved. And I really love that song that Donald Lawrence wrote. Deliver Me. I really love that song. I love almost all his songs that he writes. They're really biblical. They're founded in strong biblical principles. Like, he basically writes scriptures, writes scriptures as the words, as the lyrics. I love him. I love the songs that he writes. She was on Deliver Me. Great song. She got arrested for public intoxication, being drunk in public, and I believe she was driving. I believe she got a DWI. Now, this is not the first time that she's been in trouble for being intoxicated, almost ruining her career because of alcohol. So, but what has happened is the church keeps forgiving her, even though she cussed out the church. She also did that too. She cussed out the church. She went on a rant on Instagram Live or TikTok Live or Facebook Live. I think that was Facebook, actually. But when she did it went everywhere, just like Monica Hill's rant. And that's a whole nother conversation. Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, if God is working that out the way it needs to work out, that's his business, ain't mine. But I don't think we've been told the whole story. That's just my opinion about that, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say I don't believe we got told the whole story on that live. I'm gonna leave that where it is. LJeh Johnson got arrested, public intox, and she's addressing her critics. She got invited to perform at this concert as a conference, I think, a conference. So let's listen to what she's saying.
He's so cruel. Don't you hate when people be talking about you and they don't know you? I don't read the comments on purpose. Because, I be like, where you at? What's up?
Thank God she's polite.
What's up? My daughter be like, Ma. But, like I told somebody, I said, I don't purposely go out here and try to sabotage my career. Purposely go out here and be reckless. Things happen. God knows, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. This time, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. What are you doing? I'm good. No, you're not good. I'm like, dang. Just went through this. God. But in that, I still had to learn something. Because I'm telling you, like, you gonna get tired. Scream at your neighbor, say, you will get tired of being sick and tired. Get tired of having to stand in front of the judge and get tired of, but I'm learning at the end of the day, you're gonna have to do some changing. And I gotta figure that out. You can't figure that out for me. And then the poor folk that be on there, they just be talking. And don't even know nothing. Don't know nothing. I mean, it's probably a few of y'all in here. I don't know. What's up? No, but anyway, I'm a work in progress. That's all I can say. I'm a work in progress. That's all I can say. And to those that are watching, and when this hit the YouTube, I'm telling all of the negative people, listen, I'm a work in progress. Now deal with that. Jaden, you got my back? You do? Oh, sound like you were getting ready to say no. What's going on? You got my back, baby? Oh, you so cute. Oh, out of the mouth of babes. I love you, Jaden.
Picture with you the whole entire time.
Yeah, so like I said, we ought to give a level. That's a level of grace should be given to everybody, no matter what happens. Right? As Christians, we should be given a level of grace to everybody. At the same time, it is very important for you. Now, Leandra Johnson, if she watches this, if you watching this, maybe watching this because I'm in the gospel radio industry. I don't know. But at the same time, it's very, very important for all of us, I'm not pointing no fingers, for all of us to be around people that will tell us the truth. That will tell us the truth. Keep it real, even though we don't want to hear it. It is very, very important for us to be around people like that and to befriend them and to call on them and see them as mentors because they hold us accountable. And it's very important because when you get in situations like this, you was in something like this before, it helps you to stop going in the same circle over and over and over again. Because you got those people, hey, you know what? Hey, you need to just stop singing. You need to stop going out and singing. You need to stop making records. You need to just focus on what's causing you to keep drinking alcohol and getting in public like that. That's at the end of the day, that's what it is. We all have to do that. I got problems, but I got friends that I go to and I'm accountable to them. I don't continue to make the same mistakes over and over. This is what I think the issue is. Now, Bishop Wooden said that she needs deliverance. She doesn't need invitations. Saying she should not be getting invited to conferences, to perform at concerts, Fantasia, brung on stage, which is not surprising. She's a secular music artist. There's no really godly principles in that. Okay. But we all need people in our lives that we have to be accountable to. That we just got to call. When we do something, we get, hey man, I did that. I did that. Now, I remember seeing her on Ayana's show. And she had drinking problem then. That was after the rant about the church. The rant about the church. Now, I don't know. I believe she's really hurt. She may be going through some depression. I don't know what's going on in her life. I know what she said. Well, if you don't know me, don't talk about me. Or people that talking about me don't know me. Or people that don't know me talk about me. I don't know how she put it. But what I do know is when the fruit is showing what it's showing, I mean, what else are we supposed to think? Now, everybody sins. All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. All have sinned. But when it becomes a public thing, it's a whole different ballgame. Now, there should be a level of grace. We should embrace her, help her, see what she needs help with. She needs help. She needs help at the end of the day. That's what it is. She needs help. As a famous singer, as a famous singer, you should not be in public intoxicated. As a famous gospel singer. Now, at the end of the day, it's all about her relationship with God. She don't owe me no apology. She don't owe the people that she's talking to right here an apology. She serves God. She don't serve me. She don't serve none of you. She don't serve me. She serves God. At the end of the day. Okay. I want to move on to President Trump and Vice President Vance versus Zelensky. Okay. This was, let's see if I can pull it up. I had it pulled up earlier. I think I'm just going to play the. All right. I got it right here. This was crazy. First of all, we don't owe Ukraine nothing. We don't owe Ukraine anything. We don't. And if you think we do, please tell me why. Please tell me why. Yeah, I'm so old. All right, so let's listen to Zelensky arguing with President Trump and Vice President Trump.
Destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are not strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems.
You better check yourself
the president for
before you wreck yourself.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
That.
You will not have the war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that. Remember this.
I'm not
You're in no position.
That's where he messed up. When he tried to tell us about what our country is doing and what we have and what we're going to experience. That's where he messed up. You don't talk to President, not the Don. You don't talk to the Don like that. Maybe you could talk to Joe Biden like that because evidently he just kept giving billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine. Like, look, I don't have a problem with them getting our equipment because we're not really using it. Not really using it. But just to keep giving them our tax money over and over and over without there being some type of ceasefire agreement thought process with Zelensky. He doesn't want a ceasefire. He wants to destroy Russia. And at the end of the day, I kind of get it because it's like Israel, right? Well, Hamas invaded us. We want to destroy Hamas. We don't really want a ceasefire. We want to destroy Hamas. But at the end of the day, brother, y'all outnumbered 3-1. Really 4-1. Really 4-1. They could just let the war go on, and Russia, they'll just bit by bit take over. Bit by bit take over. Unless we give them $20 billion a month. $20 billion. But Zelensky, I think that he got a wake-up call. When he went into the Oval Office, he got a wake-up call. Like, oh, my gosh, this is a different beast in here. This is a new sheriff in town. New sheriff in town. All right, let's get into the last story. What is it? All right. Okay. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth is sending more troops to the southern border. Now, this is something I was asking for a while back. I was asking for this a while back. I was like, man, we got to send like a squadron, not squadron, but a whole battalion a whole battalion of Cav soldiers, like a whole Cav battalion, infantry battalion. I have been asking this for a long time. The email is at the LJeh Show, the LJeh Show at gmail.com, the LJeh Show at gmail.com. Make sure you download the podcast if you haven't downloaded it already on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Catch the LJeh Show Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, up to, let's see what it's saying. Up to 3,000 more U.S. troops are ordered to the border with Mexico. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My first deployment was defending the Kuwaiti border. Now, since then, I've always wondered, how can we not defend our own border? Why aren't we defending our own border? It makes sense to defend our border. So, big props to Pete Hegseth, the new boss. Big props to him. Once again, up to 3,000 more U.S. troops are ordered to the border with Mexico. An additional 2,500 to 3,000 troops have been ordered to the U.S.-Mexico border by Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, the latest in President Trump's efforts to prevent illegal crossings. Illegal crossings is down. It's down. Lowest it's been in 25 years. The official also told NPR that site visits have been completed at Fort Bliss, Texas, where thousands of migrants are expected to be detained. Pentagon officials have said thousands more troops could be sent in the coming weeks and months. The latest contingent of troops are from a Stryker Brigade combat team. All right. And General Support Aviation Battalion to reinforce and expand current border security operations to seal the border and protect the territorial integrity of the United States, according to a Department of Defense statement. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you send in a Stryker Brigade combat team, you mean business. The cartel ain't going to be playing around with that. That's why he's sending. They're not going to be playing around with 777s coming at them. That's a whole different. That's a whole different ballgame. Trump declared a national emergency at the southern border on his first day in office. Days after his inauguration, the Department of Defense ordered 1,500 troops to the border to assist customs and border protection agents. An additional 2,500 National Guard troops had already been sent to the border during the Biden administration. The latest troop deployment comes despite a sharp decline in the number of people crossing the U.S.-Mexico border since a peak of 2021. This is NPR trying to spite the decision to send the troops to the border. Like, they're basically saying the numbers have come down. Why are you sending the troops to the border? And Pete Hegseth said this, and I quote, "I am dead serious on stopping illegal immigration at the border." He's dead serious. We all should be dead serious. At the end of the day, we all should be. It's our tax dollars. You know, I'm weird. I'm a weird guy. I love taking people to work in the mornings. It's just I love to do that. I love taking people to work in the mornings. So I drive Uber in the mornings because I love taking people to work. I'm weird. So I was taking this person to work, and it was a Kamala supporter, and she basically, was talking. Now I try not to talk politics to my riders because I don't want to do that. I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. I don't want to get a bad review because I love doing Uber. But if they talk to me about politics, I'll entertain it. I will. I'll entertain it and see what's going on in their head and try my best not to upset them. She was talking to me about abortion, and it was the same talking points and complaints about Trump. And I had another guy that I dropped off at a federal job, and he was complaining about the email that was sent. And I told him, hey, man, I used to be a federal worker, and my boss, he asked us that all the time. All the time. Well, he said, well, that was your chain of command. And I said, okay. I didn't want to upset him. I just said, well, I guess the secretary of the agency that you're in, I guess once they say respond to the email, you got to respond. But at the same time, you know, it's just the federal worker mentality. Why are you asking me what I did? How dare you ask me what I did? Why are you asking me what I did?
No, it wasn't excellent at all.
You cannot ask me what I did. Well, what is the problem? Like, literally, what is the problem? And you heard President Trump come out and say that he supports this. So if it was me, I would just answer the email. Just get it over with. I would just answer the email and get it over with. But I know people, they want to wait till the boss tells them because they want to make sure they're following protocol. But it really is, when it all boils down to it, they just hate Elon Musk. They just hate Elon Musk at the end of the day. I am so happy that we are sending more troops to the border. That's exactly what we need. Also, the other lady that was writing, she was talking about abortion and, you know, it's the woman's body. You know what? I'm just going to say this right here, right now. I've been teeter-tottering back and forth. Well, should it be legal? Because if a woman wants to do that, and if we don't have to pay for it with our tax dollars, yeah, go ahead and let her do it. It's fine. I've been teeter-tottering with that, like going back and forth. I'm here to say it's murder. It should be illegal. It's murder. It should be illegal. Now, you want to talk about RAPE and incest? That's like less than 1%. I think it's less than 0.5 now. Less than 0.5. And Oklahoma law actually has that in it. That's an exception. But I like the heartbeat. Once it has a heartbeat, no go. For me, it's illegal. Because if a woman, it's illegal. It's a life in the womb. Now, you want to call it a clump of cells? Oh, it's not a real baby yet. It hasn't been born. It's God knew you before you were created. Okay, God knew you before you were created. He knew you. Whatever you hear, people that are fighting for abortion, they're fighting for abortion in their life because their mothers had them. Their mother had them. They didn't have an abortion. Now, you get crazy people, well, my mom wanted to have one. What kind of sense does that make? But those are just weirdos, crazy people. Whatever you want to call the embryo, the clump of cells, you were that. Whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, what it's about is it's my body, my choice. If I want to do it, I just want to do it. And you know what? I respect that more than, well, it's just a clump of cells. That's just a lie. This has been the LJ Show. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Also, download the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and make sure you follow me on YouTube as well. iHeartRadio, also where you can find the podcast. This has been the LJ Show. I am your host, LJ Johnson. I'll talk to you guys Wednesday with Hood Price.
LJeh Show.